Yo, alright, so this is the second video I'm going to be doing. As you see, there's some characters that are not on this list, or for the killer's perspective, because I'm going to be doing for killers today. I'm going to do not based on how good, I'm not going to do based on how good they are or anything, because it's really on how your playstyle is for this game. And they have different types of abilities and different types of things they do. For example, Watcher is a gen. He's more of a gen rusher guy. He gets the gen rushes out the way, and he controls more the gens better than the host. And the host is more of a person that is literally going to be more of a trap person. They have two different roles and two different jobs. I'm gonna go based on how fun they are. So I can't do these two. So these two are out the way, and for my first pick, actually, oh yeah, Void Shulk would be this, because apparently they don't have Void Shulk for this one, and Empress is on this, so this would be Empress. So actually, let me do this for Empress. Actually, no, let me do it like this. For my first character, the first person that I prestige, is Banshee. She is honestly, from how fun she is, it's like between A or S. She's not an S tier, no. She's more of a B, A. It's really hard. It's really hard for me. See, she was my first character that I prestiged, and the one thing about her is she has some pretty dope abilities, and her passive is pretty useful at times. Her passive was okay, decent at times, but it's not the best. But her shriek is what makes it great for me when I'm always away from people, from gens, when I'm chasing people down, because at least you can chase people down with her shriek. That's the one good thing about her as a gen, since she has a good gen control, because she can punish the people from far away, just like the Watcher too. But it's very different depending on how many people's on that gen. So it's very, very, very useful. I'm like, she's very wonderful. But other than that, I would say she's a B, but she's not bad. So the way I'll say this, S tier is like I'll play anytime. D is like if I'm really trying to get this out the way. Like for example, I was prestige in some of these characters, and I didn't need prestige. Like if I'm correct, like a good bunch. How many do I need to prestige? Still a good bunch of them. Not all of them are prestige. A good bunch of them aren't prestige yet, but I do have fun with them. Alright. S tier for the slash. I shouldn't skip the line like that, but S tier for the slasher. He's so great. I love when I track people that, like, literally right when I track somebody down and I know they're on that gen. If I when I preload like my shot or the knife, I'm like 8 times out of 10 I'm hitting the shot, because I'm pretty good at aiming, and he's not pretty hard to aim with, and people will not expect him, because the best part is about slashing, he has a 4 terror radius, so he doesn't have like the biggest terror radius, which is pretty good, and I like that about him. But he's very fun to use. He has, and also when you knock people, you also have like your wind up, when you're not your wind up, but like your, how should I say it, your attack recovery time gets reduced to like 0.5 if I'm correct, because I think the highest it can go is max of 1.5, and he has 2 seconds, which is pretty good in my opinion. Hold on. Which is I just really like how you can really easily punish people, and you can do a lot of good chases with him, and you can catch people off guard with the snipes. The snipes make him so much fun. All right, for the next person, you have the Watcher, also S tier. He makes doing gens very easy. He's like very noob friendly too. He's like very easy to control. He's way easier to control and then Android. And I'll talk about Android later. Actually, speaking of, where's Android days? Okay, I'll talk about Android later. These two are like similar. Like it's like this is the older brother, and this is like a first gen to a second gen type of person. Basically, the second gen has more abilities and stuff than the first generation, but I'll get to that later. But yeah, Watcher is great because his abilities help me out from afar. I can literally, if they mess up on the generator, they're getting stuck. The best part is you can lock that generator. You can go to that generator that's locked, kick it. You have a good 15 seconds depending on how fast you can get there. Like I had one time I had 10 seconds left, kicked it. It went all the way. It was at like 50%. No, it was at 80%, all the way down to like 20 to almost there, like 0. It was wonderful. And I was able to get 2 people down with Watcher, and his insults are just perfect. I love his voice lines. It's just so funny. Let's see, who is another character? S tier. Yeah, that's right. The Stalker is S tier. She's, the thing is, it depends on what map you will play her, but she is so fun to play because she's literally such a sneaky character, dude. Like you won't expect the killer to come out and until they get out of that crouch. The only sucky part I'll have with her is like every time I get up, you will not swing, or you will have a weird delay when you swing with her. I don't know why they have a weird delay when you swing with her. Say like, because there's sometimes I want to get up, then swing. No, if you're crouched, just keep crouching and swinging until they actually run off. Then you will need to run. But no, that's just like a little tip for people who like uses her. That because she's more map reliant on like smaller maps, but that's not really what we're here to talk about today. Just based on how fun she is. I love sneaking on people. I love when there's people with VC chat and I would just ask them, yo, you need help with the gens? Some people are like, yeah, join up, until they realize, wait a minute, they see me as a stalker. It's hilarious. Let's see. I'm not doing this in order either. You know, let me go ahead and get the Android out the way. Android. See, he's not really S tier and fun, but more like, honestly, he's really like a BC. I'm gonna say C, but I love having fun with him. He's not, and I'm not saying he's not a bad character, and you know, he's a great character. He's more for advanced players. It's just, it's so bad at times because, oh my lord, his abilities to genlock just keep in mind his stuff, his set is the genlock, but it's so bad when you don't have nothing to like counteract the people who can easily run away from you. Like even your speed alone, like it still can't help, because there was times where I was in big servers where like I had a good amount of people. Okay, I had a good amount to myself, yes. It's just there's times where you will lose a match, and I mean I play competitively. There's sometimes I play like for fun, and I play competitively. But when I'm a killer, and I played with him when I was trying to prestige him, because I already got him prestige. I kid you not, it was such a pain sometimes because people were literally like, it was more loopers. The one thing about this, a lot of support roles have a lot of high stats with speed and stamina. It's such a pain trying to chase these people while also not trying to focus on while also trying to focus on gens, because you have to think about it. If you're not killing the people that are the loopers, they can secretly go back to that specific gen because it's not going to stay away, and it's multiple people. It's like people all around you, surrounding you as the killer, trying to get there, and they will just fix the gen in 1 second or something. Like, it's so annoying because I had to like literally go back and forth, and I'm trying to get them down, but they have so much speed. And yes, I have speed too, but it'll depend on what map I'm playing, just to like get them down. And I mean, like, it's not hard to get people down with Android. It's just it gets so bad at times with him, because you really have to be good when you play him. This is when I was still intermediate with him. I'm still really good with him. Like, I had to really like pay attention when I'm with him. Like, you can have fun with him. It's just it is such a pain sometimes. Let's see. Showstopper is honestly A. She's very fun to use. Once though, my only thing is, please, and I please say this, do not go after anybody that has high chase stats with her. You're gonna sell yourself. You're not gonna have fun with her. She has a base stat of a 3 and she gets faster over time. Honestly, the funny part is, I feel like she has like the fastest speed out of everybody, like even Android, because he has a 6.5. I feel like she has a 7 because you cannot outrun this woman. And she has a mirror, which is great. Her mirror is so good because it keeps them stuck in place. Like, and the only thing is, like, there's some characters that like clearly counteract it if they are a loop character, but or could take a hit. But no, she is very useful. And speaking of the stuns, oh my gosh, I'm gonna put these. All right. I'm gonna just knock these out the way. I don't even want to know. I'm not even gonna trash these two. I'm gonna put them at C. I'm not putting them at D. Here's my thing with this, and I hope they can rework Looted and Janitor a bit. My issue with Polluted and Janitor, their stun is useful at times, yes, but there are times when people will get on a, let's say they will get on a vault. You don't know how slow a person, you could see how slow a person is when they hit your oil, or if they step on his what is it called again? I keep forgetting. It is the work ground. It's the work ground. I kid you not. There are times when people will vote. I hope Brenda could really watch this and understand how annoying it is with these two characters. I love these two characters. They're pretty great characters. I really like these two. They're not even hard characters to play. They're actually pretty fun. They're not like they're honestly fun. Like, even if I put them in C tier, they're still fun to me. It's just, bro, it's hard for me as the killer with these two because one, people can easily predict this. I had to get into the debate with somebody, and he really made me think about this because one, these two characters are great at putting people in a sticky situation when they step on your trap, like when they step on the work ground or if they step in the oil, right? The one thing is, I feel like the stun needs to be a bit more like, and I'm not saying like it should be as OP as like the showstopper when you hit on her. No, it should be at least like the wardens, for example. Like, once I hit somebody with his is literally, it will slow them down for that couple of seconds. Right, when you hit them on that specific time, then they will be able to like speed back up once the particle effects could go away. Like, I need to see a timer for these two on how slow these people are, because like, or I need to see something, because I kid you not, there will be times where I'll chase somebody, they will step on my oil, they will step on my work ground, they won't get slow, they will have a sprint, right? They will sprint. But the thing is, they will hit a vault too, and I'm chasing them. Here's the thing, they won't get that slow effect until they are actually far away from me at times. Like, there was one time when I hit a Riley, I kid you not, his thing, this is right before he hit, like, went inside my oil. I hit him, right? He had his speed boost. I popped my oil, I trapped him in, he hit this. This is right when his speed boost went away. He still was running off, sprinting like no other. And he didn't get the debuff until like 10 seconds later for some reason. I don't know, that annoys me with these two. I just can't deal with that. It's so annoying with these two. Like, it's such a pain. Like, I don't care if they can see my oil, I don't care if they can see my work ground, that's totally fine with me. But please at least buff the stun with these characters, or the not stun, but the slow speed with these characters, because people just are still able to run away with these characters. Like, you can still outrun these characters and still loop even if they step on that ground, which is ridiculous. I just don't understand it. But for continuing this item, pretty fun. A tier. We love using him. When you put the hearts on people, always put the hearts on the people who are undetectable, easy to get knocked out of the game. I love trolling with him sometimes. He's very easy to chase people. He's like probably one of the top 3 easiest people to play with for newer players too, because he's literally meant for chasing. He can literally vault faster than most of the survivors, if not have a good boost and to chase them down easily. My only thing with him that will probably bother me the most is probably that, like, not his lunge boost. His lunge boost is kind of weird at times, but I mean his terror radius is pretty good too. So I mean you can sneak up on people with him. So he's really very good character, and he's very fun. Host, I'm not gonna lie, even with her traps and stuff, it makes the job easier, but does it really make it that fun? Honestly, you know what? I'll get back to her later. I'll talk to her more about her later. Uh, honestly, D tier. I I have no. If I apologize if you're a Apostle main, if you have fun with her. And here's the thing: D is the least amount of fun. And I'm not saying she's not. You can't have fun with her. You can have fun with her. It's just her stuff is not bad. It's very late game reliant, and it's not hard for her. She's not a hard character to play, really. Honestly, she's more for intermediate type people, intermediate to advanced. Now she's not really beginner friendly, but I don't see and there's a few amount of people who I see her play in the community. She's okay. I mean, for a fun scaling, she's okay at best. And D is not, and I'm not saying D is the worst. Like D is like unplayable. Like I'll put like a F, like very unplayable, very unfun. No, D for me is like she's okay at times. I just feel like I'll be more used to like leveling her up and stuff. Then I'll play her if I really need to, just to get her out the way. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. But no, she is not really as much fun. And here's my opinion. All right, here's my thing about it. She's not a hard person to play. It's just hers for her. When I mean her stuff is like late game reliant, like you have to knock people and you build up that meter like for her cross, for her salvation. And once everybody has like 100 like stacks of salvation, then you will definitely go after that person, and it's so satisfying to get that person out the game just with one hit. It's pretty nice, but it builds up over time, and it's sometimes you can get people trapped. Oh yeah, here's the thing about her: she's just in the same boat with these two. Her slow, if you're in her slow field, the thing is her slow field is low-key better than these two. Because I mean, and I understand it, because it should be, because it's a bubble, it's like a domain, it's a little small bubble, a little small circle. But my thing is, some people could just gently boost themselves and just run out that thing pretty fast. And I'm not saying everybody should be slow and like a slug when you like you get hit with like the showstopper's mirror. No, all I'm saying is I don't feel people getting slowed, or it's underwhelming with these type of two characters. Like that's what I'm saying. These two need like honestly a bit of a buff on that side. Other than that, everything else is fine. Gender is not Gender's not even that OP. These two aren't even really that OP. Like just even if you give them that little buff, it still won't make them that very OP. Like compared to like freaking Slasher and fucking the Watcher. Like these two like bust the character. And I mean I know they have different roles, but still, when it comes to like playing with these characters for fun, I'd rather play them than her. But I mean, this is more opinion based as well. This is not like everybody's opinion. Everybody's gonna have a different opinion about her, but I just don't see her as fun as like most of these guys, really. Werewolf, he's very friendly. At first, I would have put him at D, because when I first played him, he was actually the first skill I actually played. He was such a pain to use until I realized like I was using him incorrectly. But no, this man is like, he's honestly A. He's really not bad. Hold on, give me 1 second. All right, that was a little ASMR if that did catch the mic. Yeah, he's A tier to me. For Werewolf, he's pretty simple, easy to use. You could stack up the time too if you get a good row of people like that's close together, and you knock them down. Then you can see where everybody's located. is pretty good too, because you get like a good speed boost with this map. Like you're just running around very fast when she knocks somebody down. Like it's so great getting that speed boost. Honestly, you know what, S. He's I should really rank these in order. I really should rank these in order. Okay, I'm gonna do it like this. Boom. I think that's fair. Yeah, I did this. Okay, okay. Honestly, yeah, okay. This is all correct. Like a werewolf is a pretty simple, easy character to use. He's not hard. He can definitely get these like the loop chase. He's definitely good for loopers. Very good actually for loopers because he boosts his speed up. And the best part is, I feel like honestly, I feel like he goes faster. When you knock somebody, I feel like he goes like super fast. Like I'm talking about like 7 or 8 speed type fast. If you chain it right, like say if you get 2 or 3 people down, he's gonna come after you. Like he's running quick, like very quick. So be prepared. Excuse me. The warden. Warden is honestly a B tier. He's not bad to use. He's very fun to use. He has the highest terror radius in the game, and I understand that because honestly, I mean, for him as a character, yeah, he's dangerous. If you know how to use him right, he's very honestly. I wouldn't say he's like he's fun. He's actually very fun to use, to be honest. Like he's in the middle, but still he's very fun to use. His ability to slow people. Here's my thing: when his ability is like better than theirs. But I mean, let's honestly, I really want to talk about their ability. Okay, actually, I'll say this. When I talk about fun, I talk about how you can use them to get the survivors down in a timely manner, without getting gen rushed so easily. He's very great because his AoE is so useful. It's so useful. And it's just wonderful once you get that hell, that particle effect. Also, when you're chasing people, you can know where they're at. Once they get off the gen or when you detect people, it's great. And you can tell where they're located. Honestly, it's also way better to like hit a wall or floor with him. I wouldn't suggest. No, it's nothing wrong with hitting a person. It's not wrong in survival like with it directly. If you're chasing one person, I just suggest you do it off the ground or the wall because it's more effective when you do that. And you can get a bigger AoE when you hit his ability. Let's see who else. Doctor. This is advanced. He's very advanced to use. Honestly, I'll say this. He's B. I'll say he's B. I was gonna put him in A, but I'm like, honestly, he's a very tough character to use. And he's not hard. He's not hard. But at first, when you start getting used to him, when you play him, he's very tough to use because look, he's a chase-oriented character. He's just you have to get. This is my thing with him. These two are like you need people. You need people for these two. But the reason why he's such higher than her is because he's more useful when it comes to a chase. Because he can easily catch up to a character because he has like a run boost. No, he has a lunge speed boost, which is very, very useful. Because every time he gets his stacks, you need say you have like honestly, if you really play these two, I suggest you get into a server that's like 6 or higher. 5 or lower, it's not going to be that fun with these two because you're not going to have like a big boost and chase. And more people means the more times you can have like a knock person down. Like you're gonna always have like at least a good amount of stacks with these two characters. Well, I wouldn't say she doesn't have stacks, but like more of her salvation. But him, you need good stacks to have very fun with. Because once you have like at least over 5, or maybe 6 stacks is pretty much GG's for the people, like for survivors, because he lunges so quick and you would just get caught off guard. There were so many times where I get hit by him so far that it's so unreal. Like I just don't get how is he hitting me like this? Like how is he hitting me from this far? Until you realize he's walking fast to you. Like he's sprint walk. He's literally sprint walking to you. Like he is on the chase. Anyways, I'm sorry. I love Principal. I mean, I don't have no hate towards him. Honestly, I'll put him over her. My thing is with Principal, he's not hard. Actually, he's like high D. Honestly, he's like a high D or low C. You could put him either or for me. I could put him for either or for me. The thing is, Principal, he is such a weird character at times. There are times where you will hit him on it when you're not using the speed boost, your E. Your range is like pretty far with him. Like you could feel that range. Honestly, it's like in his base. I'll say this: in his base, boy, out before you use E, he has a longer range. It's just he doesn't have that speed boost. When you pop a speed boost with him, you're just constantly walking quick, which is pretty good, right? When you're lunging after people, it sucks so bad because there are times where I will hit people, but it would not register, or I would be quote unquote probably a little too far away from them, which is dumb because he's supposed to have extended range. What is his range? I kid you not. The fucking I kid you not. My bad. Literally, there most of these killers up here, like oh yeah, like the Banshee, she has longer range than him at times. Even the android. Like, and it's so dumb to me. I don't get it. I don't know. They need to probably see his hitbox or something, because there are times where he's goaded and he'll get the head off. He's so inconsistent. He's more inconsistent with me. And here's the thing: you won't get your hall passes. I don't like this. That's the one thing. The one thing I don't like about Principal, his hall pass ability. His pass ability isn't bad. When somebody gets a hall pass, then you need to go target it. You get a powered strike, then you kick the next gen, they'll get automatically knocked down 25%. And as it's going down, that's cool, right? The thing is, somebody could just easily go to a different gen. I kid you not. It's because get this. You don't get the hall pass red if somebody finishes a gen that is not their most recent gen, meaning that like their first gen that they touched, they can simply just swap with a different team and won't get the effect of the hall pass. Like he can get easily countered like that, and it's so useless. It's so dumb to me, which is why I hate sometimes playing with him, because like why is that even a thing? Instead of a current gen, make it any gen. And it might be a bit OP. Honestly, it might be a bit OP when you think about it. If you make it any gen, but why is it current gen? It doesn't make sense to me, because he can. I'm not saying he's gonna get easily countered. No, he is actually. All the gen rush characters have to do is just go to a different gen. That's all they have to do, and you won't get your empowered strike, because you really need that empowered strike, because you're just a walking speed boost at this point with a higher range, with some big range that's somewhat inconsistent. It doesn't make it fun with him. Honestly, it's like I will put him at below her, but no, he's more fun than her at times. Well, no, actually, no, he's going below her now. At this point, yeah, he's going below her now. So I apologize if I upset you Principal mains out there, but no, this is ridiculous. He has such an inconsistent build set. It's just ridiculous. And I play this man. I know this character. I have him prestige and stuff. It was not fun. Like, he was fun at times, but it was not fun. And for the next character we're going to be doing is Void Shulk. No, I'm gonna do her last. she's the she's the least character I played, so I can't really give. I will honestly do her last, which would do the characters I really played the most. I played her a good bit. Okay, I'll say I was gonna do her last, but she's like a. Honestly, at time, I'm not saying these are better characters, and I'm not even putting this tier list off better characters or something. No, I'm talking about more fun. She's more fun than these two. Also, like these four, because her traps are very useful. You can really spam these boys out like crazy, which is crazy to me. I feel like they need to like change that a bit. But I mean, I'm not complaining. I don't see a lot of hers like people really play her. Well, I see a lot of people, but I don't see a lot of people that just straight main her. Like, you know how people would main Slasher, Idol, Showstopper. But no, she's more fun than these two. Like those traps comes in very handy, especially on one specific map. I forgot what it's called, but it's it's literally the smallest map where everybody, well, it's just literally walking distance and you can see the killer from downstairs or upstairs. This is just ridiculous on how easy you can just get put in a trap, which is so funny to me with her. She's so OP at times. Like, but then again, at times, like she's very OP, like which will make it less fun with her at times when I'm playing as her. But overall, I still like her as a character. She's not bad. Even when you knock people down and they try to do a gen, you're still gonna come back to punish them. Like it's so funny. Ghost, Ghost is like an S tier when it comes to like a very good character, and people might overrate her. Like I'm not overrating her a bit. It's just she's a character you can easily get people off guard too, because with her terror radius and stuff. But when it comes to fun, I'll say she's like a B tier. I'll say she's over him when it comes to fun. For me, because she was the killers like what I use, like she was like one of the top 5 killers that I prestige last. Not simply because I didn't want to use her, but mostly because I like using Gen Rush. I like using these type of killers, and because they was very fun to use, and I would just like have so much fun as a killer playing these guys, like way more fun than I'll just keep playing the characters at them, keep playing games as them, and just try to get them prestige. But she was one of the more like top 5 people that I got last to prestige, and she's really not bad. She's pretty fun. You can easily catch people slipping at her. I love her song that just goes off, and you just constantly taunt people with her. And you're easy. And the one thing I don't get, please fix this, Brenda or somebody. Why is she able to kick Rainer? I don't know why she not. Yeah, why is she able to kick Rainer's shield when she's under the floor? Like when she's in her speed boost mode. Like it doesn't make no sense whatsoever. Sorry, I had to cut out for that last part. I had to do a little cut. Had to go do something. All right, for the last bit of the characters, my last 3 characters, I'm about to say her wrong. I'm about to butcher her name. Apostate. All right, for her. Ooh. What will I put for her? What will I put for her? What will I put for her? How fun is she? Here's my thing with her too. Her slow is kind of, I can't tell. I need a particle effect. I need something to see how am I slowing these people? I don't feel like I'm slowing these people down. I don't know, maybe when I'm very close to them and maybe when I hit them, it's just, I don't know. And maybe you have to be close to some of these characters if you want to slow them, which is understandable. I mean, yes, you need to be close to these characters, but I feel like I need to get like really almost touching distance to slow them down a bit. Because I feel like every time I'm chasing characters, I'm be literally survivors, is like, it's an aura. I don't know if it's a big AoE or I don't know if it's like a domain that like like she has like a small domain she has. I don't know. The one good thing is like you just send people like in the random on random parts of the map, which is pretty fine. It's just I genuinely don't know. This is why like I can't stand like if you could debuff a character their speed, at least I need to see that debuff. This is why I have struggled with these two. And I need to see the range of somebody, I need to see it. Principal, I genuinely need to see it. I don't see it. And if people have like clips they want to show me or stuff they want to show me that like some of these characters are actually more fun, I mean these two are more fun, then by all means prove me wrong. Like they can be fun at times. Like you just have to be you have to agree with me that these like it's just with these two, they have such inconsistent. Well, he has more. She doesn't really have like an inconsistency, but like rather she's somewhat fun but not fun at times. And he has such inconsistencies like with these two. Like it's so weird. Like it's at times like you just don't expect as the killer yourself, which is why you can't like why you waste so much time getting these people down, which is ridiculous. And I'm not saying they're hard, like that what makes them hard to use and do. No, they're quite simple. These three are quite simple to use. It's so inconsistent in some of their stuff. But this goes with her slow too. Hers is kind of inconsistent as well. But honestly, she's like I love her dialogue too. I wouldn't put her as like, all right, if I want to do this, all right, I'm gonna do this. I'm pushing him to low B. I'm putting her at how would I do this? Honestly, I'll say she's a high C, if not low B for me. I want to say she's like A tier of fun, or like B tier with these type of like characters. Like with Banshee, she's annoying, which is great. That makes it fun for the killer. With Warden, you could catch people off guard, even with his high terror radius. People know you're coming. It doesn't matter. I will still slow you down to hit you because I have his reach is so funny too. People will not understand how hard of a reach this man has, and it's understandable because literally, if I'm correct, he has a I don't get this. He has an attack recovery time of 1.5, but his lunge speed boost is like 2 ms. But honestly, it feels like his reach is like the best out of everybody, which is it should be because he has the higher radius. People will know that he's going to be coming soon, and he has good speed, which is 6. like but I mean I'm getting off topic, but like it's kind of funny. Like it's fun. It's fun catching people off with girls. It's like I feel the fun with these characters. B, I feel the fun. A, they're very fun. S tier, they're like I'll play these characters, like I'll main these characters like for good reasons. There's a reason why I love these characters. And C is not even bad. Like they're fun at times, and D is like they're fun at like certain times, but it's really such a pain to use them as well. Now these are just like utter, ugly. I don't know who these are. I really don't know. If somebody knows who these are, like let me know in the comments or something. I don't know. But I'm using this as Empress, and I'm using this Void Shulk. She honestly, I'll do her last. Empress, Empress is kind of funny too. I'll put her like, honestly, if you want to be real, honestly, she's low key a B. She's really a B. I'll say this. I gotta do this right. Boom. Then boom. I'll say it like that. I'll put her like this. She's more fun when because she has a wind up, and she was like lunge at somebody. If you hit that person with the lunge, they're knocked. While you can also chase the other person too, which is pretty useful with her. But there are times where you could wind up with her, and the best part is it's directional. Thank God it's not a one way like just dash. No, you can aim with it. I was so happy when I played this because she's also like she's like number top three. I think she's number two of the characters I'm gonna have prestige late, or if not three. Not because I didn't want to use her, but I wanted to finish up most of the characters I have, like on this higher tier of the list, or like even some of them already knocked out, like him, knocked out him, knocked out. I think she's about to already knocked out him, knocked out him, knocked out. She's not even done yet, but with her, she's not even close to nearly finished yet. But it's so fun playing Empress. I just don't know what maps would be very good with her, but other than that, I'll say play on a map where she's like not getting, how should I say this, if the bolts are very close to each other, you're going to miss that hit and it's going to suck at times, like because you're going to need like an open spot, like, or open space, like for example I don't know which map it is, but it's where I can't remember what a motel is. What a motel is. I forgot which map it's called for the motel. That map is like not one of her strong suits, but at the same time, it's pretty good though with her. She's still pretty good if you know how to use her right, because her lunge can catch people off guard, even if you can't sneak up on them. That lunge is very useful. And there's our times where like you're in a sewer. Now here's the funny part: the sewer is like a fun map for her too. I have one game where I was literally like the kills was like right here where my mouse is. I already know somebody was going to be in there, because there's two people doing the gen. Like there's who wouldn't do that gen on the upper right of the side. I had my charge up ready. I was right here. I charged up. Boom! I just swooped in right here, came in, hit one person down, and got the other person like, and I caught them off guard, which was so fun. If you use your mind with her, she has some pretty golden moments when you can use her, like pretty golden moments. Now for the last person is Void Shulk. Void Shulk is like number one for the I'm gonna get like prestige last. She's the number one character I'm gonna have the least time with. Honestly, I understand why sometimes. She's not even a bad character. She's pretty like situated. I would say she's pretty situational, and like you have to know what you're doing. Like honestly, she's more of a intermediate advanced player type of person. She's not beginner friendly. So if you're a beginner, you're not gonna really have that much fun with her. If anything, if you're a beginner, I'll put her at a D if you're a beginner, because she's definitely not gonna be that easy to use. But honestly, she's more of I'll say honestly D. I'm not trashed on her. I'm sorry if people who do like playing her. It's just, here's the thing. Yeah, you can hit people when you're affected. People can get affected by the gens, the volts, but they won't see your light radius. That's totally fine, right? And you can teleport to where any of your spots where you place down on the floor for her. I think her teleporters, I forgot what they're called. Her her conduct, her gore conduct, where you place down really a teleporter right there in the range, and it's supposed to be balanced. Like people are going to get notified when you come. And it's also good that she has a minute until her thing runs out, so they won't see her red or light, which is pretty nice. It's just you really can't counter some people. Like for her role, she's a chase type of character, because she has 6 speed, she has good speed, and she has like a low 1.5 is honestly I'll say it kind of a low speed boost for her. Honestly, I really wanted it to be higher with her. Honestly, at least a 2, because her attack recovery time was a 2.26, which I don't 2.5, which I don't understand. But she's more intermediate and advanced, and her abilities, like, you have to use your head with her. You can't just like remote could just run around and think you're gonna like get people down. No, you actually have planned aside, know what you're gonna do, put uh stuff ahead of time. Like, you're gonna literally, like, you have to have like you're gonna have to like write a map for her, like write a note list for her. That's the way how I play her. And we can have a different opinion. She might be like an A tier for somebody, who knows? But with her, for me, I had to like write a list of like, okay, I know what this map is. I know which person's gonna do this gen. Not which person, but no, I know survivors are gonna mostly go to this gen and this gen. And the one good part is, if you don't have a lot of gens left, you can go to the simple gens where the survivors are located. And here's the best part too: you can also try to get people off guard with your terror radius. But I think she has a notification, or she says something when she gets like teleports off the floor. Like, you really have to pay attention when you're playing with her. Like, with survivors, like, they really don't have to pay so much attention. They can like easily detect when she's gonna be coming. But for her, you're gonna have to like really pay attention yourself on how you play with her. Which is when you're playing a game, it's fine to pay attention to characters when you have, and have that skill set and like playing in the head. But when you want to have a more of a fun aspect with her, she's really not. She's not. I'm not saying she's not fun. She is. She's just more situational at different times when you place down her stuff and you have to chase down survivors, because you're not meant to like just like gen control. At first, that's why I thought she was more of. At first, I think she's more of a gen type of character, to keep control. And I see why her difficulty is even high now, because I understand like you have to really pay more attention, which sucks because you're not gonna have as much fun with her. But this is my rankings on the killers for how fun they are. Next, I'm going to be doing the survivors. Who is this? I'm going to be doing survivors. they got his picture. Like, that's crazy. They got his picture, even though he's not even in the game yet. That's one of the new survivors, by the way. But yeah, this is my tier list for the killers. I hope you like this. If you don't, see me clips or something, see me stuff. I'm on the Discord. You can literally find me in the Discord. I'm always mostly there every day, if not sometimes in the day. It depends on what time you ever get on the Discord. You'll see me. If not in the VC, if not, I'm chatting. Sometimes I don't really like to chat that much. I'll just talk to people or play the game, and you'll just see me there. So if you want to show me stuff, I'm there. You can find me. I'm pretty easy to find. Have a great day.